I'm going to pass the baton to you, sir. How would you describe it from a man's perspective? How does it come across when you're dealing with a woman who has this sort of air that I'm kind of describing a little bit?
Masculine. It comes across as masculine and combative. If you talk to the men, which I have surveyed men on multiple occasions
And you are
about
one.
the, and I am one, yeah, 40 years and counting. But if you talk to the men and ask them, what do you typically run into when you deal with this educated career woman? Is it pleasant and reasonable and peaceful, or is it hostile and combative? 95% of the men surveyed said it is hostile and combative, right? That is because a lot of those educated career women focus so much on the education and career part of it that they completely ignore what a man wants from a woman, which is femininity. And they, in turn, become more masculine in trying to gain their positions in the workforce, right? And taking care of themselves, paying for everything. And they adapt this attitude of masculinity. And when they do that, they put their femininity on the back burner, which is the number one reason men like women. And so when they get out in the dating world and start trying to date men, and they've got their education, got their careers, and they turn the men off.
Can we pause really quick on that? Oh,
Go
finish
ahead.
your sentence, though, please. No, when
No,
you
go
finish
ahead.
your. So I really want to pinpoint what you just said because it's really, really deep and it could kind of just go over a little bit unrecognized. But you said the main reason a man is with a woman
Mm-hmm.
is because of her femininity. And it sounds so simplistic, but this is the heart of what we're talking about. This is the
Yep.
truth that will set the good people free. Just like with anatomy, if I could be so crude, okay? A man wants the thing that fits. He wants the opposite when it comes to the anatomy. That's the reason why he's not with something else, right? In the same way, energy, go ahead.
He don't want the thing that he wants to be the thing that fits.
Yes,
He
okay.
wants to be the thing that fits.
Because there's a place that fits and it
Yes.
goes together. And so you don't have like with like, he wants the compliment. Most people want the compliment. And as I said on live streams before, even within the LGBT community, there's still that compliment within most pairs. You typically see a feminine and a masculine in there. So, but we are, for the sake of this conversation, we are going to stick to heterosexuals in this conversation.
Yeah.
Masculine heterosexual men who are whole and together, they want the feminine energy. And so
Absolutely.
maybe there's some confusion as to what feminine energy is, but a lot of women overcompensate for things because of a fear. So they might feel the need to dominate in a space within the relationship that they don't have to dominate because it's a fear. It We can get into that because that's the psychology of it. The why you do it is something that we can get into in a little bit. But I really wanted to highlight what you were saying about the femininity. So if you don't
Yeah.
have the feminine energy, he may as well be hanging out with his homies.
Yeah. But this is I think the part that confuses women, because regardless of any of that, men will still sleep with you.
I was just gonna say he can hang out with his friends. I'm glad you said he can hang out with his friends and smash
Yes.
you, but he's not gonna want to hang out with you and
Yes.
have you part of his life. Thank you for
Men will
saying that.
still have sex with a woman no matter what.
Because your body still has the parts that he needs.
You can be masculine, you can be combative, you can be out of shape, you can be have a bad attitude, whatever the case, and men will still sleep with you. But when you're talking about wanting a serious relationship with a man, when you get up in age and you want to get married and all that, don't no dude want to be don't no quality man that you want to be bothered with that from a woman long term. So he's looking for that femininity first.